Shimano Di2 Ultegra RD-R8050-SS. Let's open it up so that for everyone to see before we start with the specs of this Rear Deraileur. Inside, that's the only thing inside, and the rest is one of the cover if I don't use, but that won't be used. That's together with this one, the tools for taking off the wires, and this guy here is for used for bleeding kit for the hydraulic brakes, but I don't need this two guys here since I already have previously the tools that I use for a long time. They didn't change. It was the same tools that I use recently. Then the other one, I have the full kit for that one with the cup, so I don't need those. And okay, we'll put this out from the paper and show you how it looks. All right, so let's go with the specs. Then this is made in Japan. The Shimano patent there is Japan via. If you see there, RD-R8050. That's the model of this. This is the Shimano Ultegra. Okay, so let's go with the spec. As I mentioned earlier, the model SS that I mentioned stands for short gauge model. So this is a short gauge with a maximum cassette capacity of 30T or less. As mentioning here is the cassette. So these are usually the domain of the road bikes. GS refers to medium gauge rear derailleurs built with a maximum cassette capacity of 34T or less. This is usually the longest gauge offered for road bike rear derailleurs. I don't have something to show for the GS type model right now, since the one I have here is the short gauge. So those are their differences. Long gauge, it will be, the pulley will be up to here. It's not that big difference, but short gauge, GS is the medium gauge, so it looks like end up to here. It's still a bit longer because of the pull that you need, and the cassette capacity of that is a maximum 34. So GS will be longer. That's their differences. So the one I have right now is the SS, which stands for the short gauge. So I got this because I only use 1128 cassette combinations right now, but I can jump on to 1130 later if I need to. But so far we have a less climb in my place, so I can still compensate with the 1128 cassette. So far so good, and maybe later if I can jump on to the bigger cassette, it is not that hard to change the rear derailleur, so it will be an easy upgrade later. So for now, this is the most setup that I use, 1128 cassette and the short gauge combination for that one. All right, so let's weigh it in. Weigh it in, we're in grams, then put it on. 239 grams for that. All right, 239 grams, nothing else, nothing much, nothing less, nothing to add. That's the only one that you see that I opened with the box, except this two guy here, which is the part of the tools. And we're not weighing it in because it will not be included with the part that will be installing. So that's 239 grams. Now let's review all the parts that we did. Starting from those other episodes, but I'll show you first on how this will be installed. Alrighty, so these are the parts that we did lately, and as you see, there's only one spot left to install, which is the one that we're doing right now. So this spot here will go to this, and as I mentioned, this is the last spot that we need to fill up. Then it means that this is the last episode that I'll be showing to you, and now you will find out why I need to do this before installing it on my bike. But first, I'll show you which wire I'll be using. So the wires I'll be using is the 600 millimeter, because this the center for the so that is empty. The center for, or the main location of this one is in the mid frame. Now it needs to travel all the way in the back, going to the rear derailleur. So this one, I have choose the long wires, which is the 600 millimeter that I be putting it, because this one will go under the seat stay and it's need a bit longer. So this is the enough length that I need that goes in the back of the rear derailleur. Then right now I will install this on the main hub that we have. Then click it in. Done. So these are long wires. This long wire will go on the end of this, and the spot for that is here in the back. So this one will be putting the wires here. So that's the way it was designed. I'll put the wires, click it in. So that's how to install it. So it's pretty simple. And now you need to know why I'm doing this first before installing it on my bike. But before that, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that bell button for the latest notification. Hit also that like button as well, so that it will be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you have some questions, comment below, and I hope I can answer your questions. Alright, so now this is the main purpose of why I'm doing this. It is not because I'm explaining it part by part. It is because I need to get it tested first before installing it on my bike, because most of them are internally routed. It will be hard for me to trace what is the problem later. Right now, it's still out of the bike, so at least I know that the each parts are working and it will be responding. Right now, this I know this is like a common setup for the like a common setup that is used for the Di2. So we'll just go in common. I'm sure this one goes with the front derailleur. This is goes for the a small ring that goes to the big rings. This one is for the rear derailleur that goes for the low gear, or for the big cassette, and for the small cassette. That's what I know, because commonly that's the setup that was being set for before leaving it to the factory. So that's what I know. Let's see if it works. So if you see this one here, the rest will stay. Those are not moving parts, these ones, but these are the main ones that will receive your command. Then these two guy here are the one will be moving. So for this, if I press this two, this should be the one moving only, except this. Now if I press up, okay, so now this is working. So that's up, this is down. There you go. So there's down, then up. So that's 100% working. There's no problem with the front derailleur and the connection. So up, this is down, then up. Okay, I need to do a testing a couple of times so that you have to make sure if it's working properly or not. Okay, so we're done with that. That's 100% working. Good thing. Then second thing is this one. So this is the right shifter, and this should be only for this. And this, there's might be a little movement because of the chain later that needs some adjustment, but that's normal because that's the way you respond on the rear derailleur because of the movement of the chain. Because sometimes the chain is straight, but sometimes if you go on the upper gear, the chain will go a little bit off. Then this one will follow it also to avoid some touching between those two sides here for the chain. So now we'll test this one if it works on this setup that they did. Okay, so now it's working. Now it works. See, this one moves. If you put it down, this one move again. So it will follow. This is automatic follow. So it is the way it was set up. And this is the brilliant thing about Di2. You don't need some adjustment for your front derailleur. Automatically it will follow. So as long as you're going up on the higher gear, this moves. It will adjust by itself. There's like certain range that it won't move, but then after it will keep on moving. So imagine this will go more higher and higher up to the biggest gear, which I have is the 1128. Then the rest will follow after. See, it moves again. That to keep on. So that's the last part for this. So that's the maximum range, which is should go on my cassette, which is the 28T. So if I want to put it down, you see the movement of the front derailleur, it follows also. So this is the maximum down, which is I have for the high gear. So my highest cassette is 11T. So that's the one. So these are the movements that you will see. There's like a rapid testing for this one also. See how fast it is. So the thing is, nothing to worry about the front derailleur on the adjustment, because if you're doing it manually, you have to do a touch on your gears also to put it down a little bit. But with the Di2, it goes automatically. So these are the things that advantage of the electronics vs the manual type. So this one, the advantage is less friction, and you know, your driving will last longer, and then avoid chaining. And also, if you're on the road, you keep on hearing that little tiny grinding between the chain and your front derailleur that you hate off, and sometimes you don't even know how to manage it or press that shifter properly. Then of course you will hear that along the way. But with the Di2, it goes automatically. It just come off right away. You just need a proper tuning for this one and everything will be fine. So we'll just do a testing again. That's the thing, that works. And there you go. So this is ready for installation on my bike. That's why I did outside of the bike first, and every time that I have these parts, I have to test it first before putting it inside my bike, so that less problem later, because I know that everything is working. All right, it's the maximum 0 0. Then we have to put this in 0 before we install it. All right, now what we have is, as you see this before, so this is my charger, then that charger will go here, so we'll interconnected them. But since we're here now, I'd rather have the total weigh-in for this, and let's see how much they weigh in, because I'm not good in math. I don't want to put like plus plus plus. Then I hope this accommodates everything for the weigh-in for the parts that we'll be installing. So this includes everything, all the wires and all of the parts. So as you see there, we're 0. Whoops. Okay, we're on 0. We're still in grams, as you see. So this weigh them all in. I hope we can make a way how to weigh them in, including the wires. I hope I won't scratch it. I don't want to scratch it because I'm too picky. If my parts that I see has some scratch, oh boy, I freak out. This is the one I always take care of. Even the micro scratches, I don't like it. Then that's the time that you know, that's the, for me personally, that's the way how I take good care of my parts, as you know. Maybe later, if I need to resell it, the buyer will be happy also, because there's no scratches. But that's me. But some people don't care. But me, even the micro scratches, I don't like it after. So I take good care of the parts. That's who I am. So this depends on the person that been. Oh no. Okay. There's little problem here. Alright. So nothing is hanging. Everything is on the weighing scale. If you see the numbers, we have a total of, come on, let's go out. Come on, number, go out on my phone so that I can show to everyone the exact weight that we have. It's 830. As you see there's some reflections on the light, but it is okay. 830 grams for the whole set. Hold on, I forgot something. It's this, because we need to install this on around the bar end. So like maybe it will be like 832, or we still have this other part. So 834, I think. There you go. 834 grams in total weigh in with the parts. Then now we'll be taking off some of the parts later as a continuation. Then what I will do, I don't want to weigh that in again, so we'll just do an plus and minus on what will be the advantage of the Di2 that we have and the previous one, the R8000 that we have on my bike. Then you'll see the comparison after. All right, so this will be it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.